click with me. It made so much sense. Go ahead.
Ruth chapter 4, reading from verses 14. And the woman said unto Naomi, Blessed be the Lord, which hath not left thee this day without a kinsman, that his name may be famous in Israel. Verses 15. And he shall be unto thee a restorer of thy life, and a nourisher of thy old age. For thy daughter-in-law, which loveth thee, which is better to thee in 7 sons, which is better to thee than 7 sons, had borne him. Verse 16. And Naomi took the child and laid it in her bosom, and began nurse unto it. And the woman her neighbor gave it a name, saying, There is a son born to Naomi, and they called his name Obed. He is the father of Jesse and the father of David.
Yes. Yes, and we know David's story. We know David's story. Where did you start?
I stopped at verses 17.
Okay, you could go ahead.
Continue?
Yes.
All right. Verses 18. Now these are the generation of Perez begot
Hezron.
Hezro, and Hezro begot Ram, and Ram begot
Aminadab. Aminadab.
Aminadab. And the woman, her neighbor, gave it a name. Verses 20. And Abed begot Nahshon, and Nahshon begot Solomon. Is it? Solomon. And Solomon begot Boaz, and Boaz begot Obed. And verse 22. And Obed begot Jesse, and Jesse begot David.
Yes. And so we see that generation there. All right. And like we said, the chart showed the different generations and how it all happened. And we see Matthew's generation talking about the 14 generations, the 3 sets of 14, giving us the 42 that Pastor spoke about. Revelation talk about it used the cross of Jesus' genealogy and use it as numbers, because that was another thing that they used to do as well. And so we see the 3 sets of the 14 generations King Jesus. And so we can keep reading on, but we see there how the line that Jesus came through, or the lineage that Jesus came through. And I just wanted to bring out a few examples. I want to bring out an example of the importance of genealogy. All right? And so I want to look at Jacob. He is a part of Jesus' genealogy. And so I want to just pull out a few points. And Genesis 34. I don't know if you know Genesis 34, that talks about the Dinah incident. And so the Dinah incident was where Shechem raped her, and then he fell in love with her, and he wanted to now marry her. And he told his father, and his father came to her father. Who was her father? Jacob. And his 2 sons decided that they wanted to deal with the whole matter. And so they decided, Levi, and I will tell you the next one. I would have gone. They're gone from me, but I'll find them back. I know where to find them. So in that incident, we see um, what the boys did. They, chapter 34, chapter 34. They told the men that they should circumcise, and they agreed to that, and when they were in pain on the third day, Levi and Simeon went in and slew the men. They killed them. Shechem was a prince, and so that caused. It wasn't the right thing to do. It wasn't the right thing for Shechem. Neither was it the right thing for these boys to do. They wanted to avenge their sister. It was their only sister, and they wanted to avenge their sister. But if we look John 4, it caused a problem there. But if we look at John 4, anybody have John 4 to 39? This speaks about the woman at the well. The woman at the well. So, because of a woman, Shechem was brought down, and it had. I think I heard a few years ago that it had to take a woman to straighten out back the situation. And so here, seriously, yeah, because it is the same place, Shechem and Samaria, same place. You see? It is a few generations after, but there were still problems in the land. And to fix that, Jesus said, I need to go through Samaria. The Jews used to walk around the long way, but Jesus said, I need to go through Samaria. What through Samaria to do? Fix the problem. And so we see that in John 4. Anybody had that? Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Near the parcel of ground that Jacob gave to his son Joseph. To draw water, Jesus said unto her, Give me to drink. For his disciples were gone away unto the city to buy meat. Then said the woman of Samaria unto him, How is it that thou, being a Jew, askest drink of me, which am a woman of Samaria? For the Jews have no dealings with the Samaritans. Jesus answered and said unto her, If thou knewest the gift of God, and who it is that said to thee, Give me to drink, thou would have asked of him, and he would have given thee living water. The woman said unto him, Sir, thou hast nothing to draw with, and the well is deep. From whence then hast thou that living water? Art thou greater than our father Jacob, which gave us the well, and drank thereof himself, and his children, and his cattle? Jesus answered and said unto her, Whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again. But whosoever shall drink it of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well springing up into everlasting life. The woman said unto him, Sir, give me this water, that I thirst not, neither come hither to draw. Jesus said unto her, Go, call thy husband, and come hither. The woman answered and said, I have no husband. Jesus said unto her, Thou hast well said, I have no husband, for thou hast had 5 husbands, and he whom thou hast is not thy husband. In that saidest thou truly? That woman said unto him, Sir, I perceive that thou art a prophet. Our fathers worship in this mountain, and he say that in Jerusalem is the place where men ought to worship. Jesus said unto her, Woman, believe me, the hour cometh when he shall neither in this mountain nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father. He worship he know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshippers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For the Father such to worship him. God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and truth. The woman said unto him, I know that that Messiah cometh, which is called Christ. When he is come, he shall teach us all things. Jesus said unto her, I that speaketh unto thee am he.
Yeah, and if we look at verses 39, verse 39 says, many of the Samaritans of that city believed in him because of the word of the woman who testified. He told me all that I ever did. This is what she said to them. And so we saw that Shechem fell because of a woman, and Samaria was raised up because of a woman. The people came and heard Jesus, and they believed on Jesus. And she was an outcast. She used to go to the well in the middle of the day. But Jesus used her to bring back. I guess he could have bring a man and do the job. I don't know how it is. But here we see the parallel, and I call it parallel, but it could be something else, where this incident happened, and here, because of Dinah's fastness, who sent her into the people's place? They were to stay in their own place, and they got a parcel of land in Shechem, and she ventured out. And here, she got herself in trouble. The whole place was down, and here Jesus had to come. He said, I have to go through. I have to go through. He wanted to make the change. He wanted to make the difference. And the next parallel, I want to...
But before you probably run to the parallel, is not the woman causing trouble?
Jesus is the one who fixed.
No, but then she went and explored the environment, but she never asked the young man to do what he have done.
Yeah.
He could have done the most honorable thing, and I think that is why somebody kill him.
Well, he was trying to do that after.
No, but you see, the point is that somebody says, no, you can't put the cart before the horse.
Yes.
Do the honorable thing. It's not that that she would have been held back or been kept from him, but he can't wait. Yeah. Which goes back to the scripture says, because of one man's sin. He didn't say because of woman's sin.
Yeah. Well, you have a point there, because it was a man who caused the story, and it was men who, but the
one
target,
caused the problem,
yeah,
Jesus come and fix it. So if you want to use a woman, you want to use a man, that doesn't change the fact that...
Yes. But it was Jesus who made the difference, and we cannot run away from that fact, because that woman could have met with anybody and just go back home the same way she came, but if you check, met Jesus.
Yeah, but if you check carefully, she tried 5 of them. None ain't work. She get the same result.
and then he told her...
it's when she tried...
And then when he told her...
It's when she tried Jesus.
Yeah, she tried to change the subject and all where to worship, and so it's amazing how when we look who come through Jesus's bloodline, look who come through his bloodline, but the fact remains, I think he wants us to see that we are human. He came as a man, and he wanted us to understand that as well. He said he's touched with the feelings of our infirmities. Yes, Pastor, it looked like you want to say something else.
And then again he says, God is no respecter of persons, so it doesn't matter where you come from.
Yeah.
What it matters that when you meet Jesus,
he
it's
makes
a complete turnaround.
Yes.
Even looking at that, Sister Margaret, we were able to look at 4 women, notorious individuals, through whom God used.
Yeah.
We notice Rahab was one of them.
Yeah.
We notice Ruth was one of them who married to Boaz.
Yeah. I I think Perez and the twins, I think.
You think Tamar
Tamar
was one of them?
Tamar was the
Was raped by,
daughter-in-law
was raped
of,
by,
yes. And,
you know. And
well,
so, and then the woman, her name is Abigail,
yeah.
who David, no, Bathsheba,
Oh, yeah.
after he took, and then he killed, then
Uriah.
Solomon came through
Yeah, that same line.
that same line. So,
Yeah,
the Lord is no respecter person.
no respecter.
Because many times what happened, we blame our generation. We blame where we come from. That's why we can't amount to this, we can't amount to that, we can't do this, we can't do that. Because
Continue.
Sorry.
Yes, Pastor, it's okay. As we think of the importance of genealogies and we're looking at Jacob, before Jacob passed, he wanted to bless his sons. And this is what he said to 5 to 7. He said to Simeon and Levi. He said, Simeon and Levi are brothers, instrument of cruelty. And he's referring to that incident. Instruments of cruelty are in their dwelling place. Let not my soul enter their council. Let not my honor be unified to their assembly. For in their anger they slew a man, and in their self-will they hamstrung an ox. Cursed be their anger, for it is fierce, and their wrath, for it is cruel. I will divide them in Jacob and scatter them in Israel. And that we know happened. But if we look at Exodus 2:1, it tells us that Moses, our Moses, came through. His mother and father were Levites. They were Levites. And Numbers 20, who have Numbers 21 to 30? Numbers 21 to 30. Numbers
Mic
20.
test.
It's Bible study, right? So we studying the Bible, we reading the Bible. All right? Numbers 21 to 13.
it says, then came the children of Israel, even the whole congregation, into the desert of Zin in the first month, and the people abode in Kadesh, and Miriam died there and was buried there. And there was no water for the congregation, and they gathered themselves together against Moses and against Aaron. And the people joyed with Moses and spake, saying, would God that we had died when our brethren died before the Lord. And why have he brought up the congregation of the Lord into this wilderness, that we and our cattle should die there? And wherefore have he made us to come up out of Egypt, to bring us unto this evil place? It is no place of seed, or of figs, or of vines, or of pomegranates, neither is there any water to drink. And Moses and Aaron went from the presence of the Lord of the assembly unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and they fell unto their faces, and the glory of the Lord appeared unto them. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, take the rod, and gather thou the assembly together, thou and Aaron thy brother, and speak ye unto the rock before their eyes, and it shall give forth its water. And thou shalt bring forth to them water out of the rock. So thou shalt give the congregation and their beasts drink. And Moses took the rod from before the Lord as he commanded him. And Moses and Aaron gathered the congregation together before the rock, and he said unto him, Hear now, ye rebels, must we fetch you water out of the rock, of this rock? And Moses lifted up his hand, and with his rod he smote the rock twice, and the water came out abundantly, and the congregation drank, and their beasts also. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron, because he believed me not, to sanctify me in the eyes of the children of Israel. Therefore he shall not bring this congregation into the land which I have given them. This is the water of Merib, because the children of Israel strove with the Lord, and he was sanctified in them.
So we see Simeon and Levi anger, Moses anger. Because of that, he could not enter the promised land. He saw it. God took him and he showed him all around where the people would settle, but he never entered because God told him to do what? Speak to the rock. But he was angry, and what did he do? Strike the rock and abuse all the people.
But if you notice there too, that in spite of Moses' anger and his reaction and attitude, God honored his word.
Yes.
Because water still came out.
Oh, yes.
The people still drank.
Yes.
People were satisfied.
Yes.
But the one who did it,
Is the one who had to take
Moses, suffered because of his attitude
Yes.
and his anger.
And if we look at 34, Deuteronomy 34, 1 to 6, it says, Then Moses went up from the plains of Moab to Mount Nebo to the top of Pisgah, which is across from Jericho. And the Lord showed him all the land of Gilead, as far as Dan, all Naphtali and the land of Ephraim and Manasseh, and all the land of Judah as far as the western sea, the south and the plain of the valley of Jericho, the city of palm trees as far as Zoar. Then the Lord said to him, This is the land of which I swore to give Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, saying, I will give it to your descendants. I have caused you to see it with your eyes, but you shall not cross over there. So Moses, the servant of the Lord, died there in the land of Moab, according to the word of the Lord. And he was buried, and he buried him in a valley in the land of Moab, opposite Beth-peor. But no one knows his grave to this day. So we see, and I just brought out those two parts with Moses and his anger. And where did it come from? Levi. What did Jacob says when he was blessing his sons? This is what is going to happen, your anger. And we know Moses killed one of Pharaoh's servants, among other things. We see it coming out there, and so the Lord dealt with him, and we have to be careful what we are seeing and what the Lord is saying to us, because when we come into the Lord, all those things, it's our bloodline, but then our bloodline is through Jesus. Isn't that so? So when we come into Jesus, many times we say, oh, I have this pain because my mother had the pain. Do we have to keep the pain? Jesus had the pain. When Jesus went to the cross, he took the pain, the stress, he took everything. And we need to be able to now look at that. Another, one last.
No, I don't want to say anything. I want you to, I know you just begin. I know this begin then.